things you talked towards the end was the architecture. Please, hub and spoke.
Keep quiet.
But if you look at the latest research, everybody in the research community, at least with PhD and millions of years of experience, is talking about peer-to-peer models, especially in transportation. And an excellent example is Southwest Airlines versus other airlines. And why Southwest has been so successful is that it never, opted for the traditional hub and spoke model which American and other airlines did. So I'm wondering, how is Bharti building up on that? Is there a conscious choice being made in hub and spoke, or there's some thoughts about peer and peer also?
So that's a great question. So in a lot of different application domains, it turns out that if you can leverage crowdsourcing, which is kind of the equivalent of peer-to-peer that you're talking about, that can be a very, very effective mechanism. So I would say it's not a case of one size fits all. You shouldn't try to use peer-to-peer for everything. If you start to use peer-to-peer as your system in the Reserve Bank of India and so on, perhaps things won't be so good. So you have to match the architecture to the particular needs of that particular problem. So certainly there are several situations where crowdsourcing is becoming a very effective form of solution, and that is very consistent with the peer-to-peer structure that you're talking about. And then there are other kinds of problems where kind of a hierarchical or sometimes a hub and spoke based model works better. So just very briefly, what we did at Bharti for this call detail record handling system, earlier what was happening was the equivalent of Southwest model. Each application had its own copy of the database, of that call detail record database. So it was very, very wasteful. And also, by the time you were able to process all of that call detail record and so on, I mean, by the time you could load the entire database and so on, you could only process information that was 2 days old and so on. By moving to this hub-based system, we were able to create a single copy of the streaming database, called detail record database, where different applications derive their own views of what processing they want to do with what data. And with the result that we have been able to dramatically reduce the cost of that system. Not only reduce the cost, we've been able to dramatically improve the performance and also the relevance. We are able to now do processing, business intelligence over relatively recent data. You can now start to process 4 hours old data instead of having to be constrained with only processing 2 days old data in the older model.
Hello. We are talking about a smart transportation system. In that case, we had a toll collection system.
Come on,
So,
listen to him.
In Delhi, if you see Delhi Gurgaon Road, in that case,
Just
you have.
now.
So in Delhi Gurgaon Road, what we see every day, the toll collection system. In that case, we can easily judge what is the density of transportation.
Right.
So you are telling about something about audio system or something other system. So in that case, it can easily be done through other system. I mean, there is a better.
So the point there is that toll system is there on some specific points. If you wanted to capture the state of traffic at any point in time, right, for the entire state, for the entire city of Delhi, on each and every road and so on, could you do it? What is the best set of sensors? And again, I'm not claiming that audio sensor is the answer. I'm saying you need to investigate different possibilities, and audio sensor turned out to be a very, very interesting option because in a very low cost manner, you can take that input and with some simple processing, you are able to characterize the state of traffic on basically any road in the city, not just places where you were doing actual toll collection. So I hope the distinction became clear.
Any student apart from faculty?